Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. You know, there are a lot of people that like to play a lot of kind of games. And games are relevant. They depict kinds of things that we encounter in life. And I'd like to invite you to, if you will, share something with me and perhaps kind of associate it with a game that you love. Let's envision that there were, let's say, 7 people here in America, just 7 people here in America. And we found ourselves, and I included myself, maybe you included yourself as well, in that number. And we just be here. Eventually, those things that are absolutely required would reveal themselves, and we'd have to deal with them. And it would be an amazing fate that we encountered every day. And we say, how are we going to deal with this? And we'll recognize that somewhere down the line, we're going to require some food to survive. And all of us going to feel the hunger, but only about one of us will be able to come up with a plan to feed us. And all of a sudden, we'd all be fed by the benefit of that one. We would all be fed by the benefit of that one. Then we probably would recognize that we need a little shelter. Yes, a little shelter. And amongst us, there's one that has that desire, that gravitates towards those kinds of things and takes it upon themselves to provide shelter. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Something that you can do that benefits everybody. And now we got food and shelter for everybody. But we also find out that there are other things. And we meet it the same way. Those things that are essential for survival. We, my friends, it's naturally manifests itself because we all required it. And naturally, the solution was there because each of us were, equipped to play a major part in causing the reality to manifest itself. Isn't that something? Now, that happens for 7 people. That'll happen for 500 people. And if it'll happen for 500 people, it'll happen for a nation. And if it would happen for a nation, it could happen for a world. Now, I've shared with you about a heavenly plan, something that would cause each of us to feel as if we are experiencing heaven right here on this earth. I hope you refer to that video. And I also wanted to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, that if there were 5 billion on earth, on the plan of mankind, can you imagine that? All of them sitting here on the earth. And what do they recognize? They recognize that there is a need for food. Their need for shelter. And the same old things that we just mentioned. But the difference now, ladies and gentlemen, my friends and my brothers, is the system that the world conforms to. They can't have these needs met. Oh yeah, they got these desires. They got the skills. They are ready. But what has happened? All of the resources that were given just by being here to those same 7 on earth, those resources now have been captured, stolen. Somebody might say, no, we passed the laws, it was legal. Yeah, you can call it legal, but it was morally stolen. Because now it's not available to the people with the liberty for which it was given. And so the people can't do anything unless what happens? Unless they get a job. Before, it was just joy. Now it's a job. Because you can't do it unless somebody else hires you. And you are paid what they determine you should be paid. And they put costs on things. I mean costs, extreme costs. And you find yourself, when you really think about it, you find them super wealthy. That's like those that call themselves kings and queens and pharaohs and popes. You know the story. And I'm not going to go in those secret organizations. You have to research that on your own, because it's many. And then you recognize perhaps that you've been played. Somebody has stolen your life and now selling it back to you piece by piece. Well, they made money the root of the game. Everybody got to get the money to do the same things that we just got through doing free. To live at high standards for some, a lot less for others, and some living in garbage cans, on corners begging, jails and prisons, poverty, crime and violence. All because they're playing the money game. The money game means human beings playing God and other human beings giving them authority and being bought at every end. Bought at every end, because they will not accept the truth. The people will not accept the truth. There is, I'm going to say it, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out after having said this. There is truly a God. I declare there is a God. And it's a loving God. It's spirit. You can't see it, you can't touch it, can't feel it, and can't conjure it up. But it is a magnificent spirit. Cares about everything. Cares about you and I. Cares about the Democrats and the Republicans. Cares about Miss Harris, vice presidential candidate, and Donald Trump. And see, this spirit has been set up in such a way, ladies and gentlemen, that in order for certain things to happen, it requires action. Thought is one thing, words are another, but action is it.